First of all, on behalf of the PCA, just to say congratulations. Becoming a professional cricketer is a huge achievement in itself.
Soak in every opportunity that you're given, every game you play, because you can make memories and make friends for a long time.
Being able to pass on a little bit of advice from, I guess, my experiences, my career, and try and help some of these new players coming into the game as much as I can. If I can offer anything, then more than happy to help.
Because they've had quite a long life in cricket, so it was really cool to understand their views on, the highs and the lows and how to deal with them.
One question I asked Leachy was how did they manage to stay in the game for so long? And one thing he said was just trying to keep cricket and your social life or life outside of cricket separate and not let your cricket performances affect how you act outside of cricket.
My advice to these younger players is use everything around you, it's all the services you guys offer, and just try and enjoy the next however long their career is and really dive into being a professional cricketer.
I've learned quite a lot so far, everything about travel insurance and how much they can help finance-wise and how they help with contracts and how they help as you go on in your life and how you're a lifetime member. I think I didn't know a lot of these things and everyone's so welcoming and friendly, so it's been great.
Took some good information with regards to agents and how to go about that sort of thing, obviously with a few knocking on the door, and then just as far as decision making towards maybe substances and how to go about managing those situations. So that was also very interesting.
He was basically just asking us a few different questions and then getting us to move around the room in line with what we felt was an appropriate response to the question.
Getting them to kind of fast forward the tape really and understand the things that might change their relationship or attitude towards the substance and how that can progress and develop and the consequences that can come from that. That's the key thing for me really, is to talk about substance use in terms of a relationship rather than fixed labels. People going from no problem to problem. Well, actually there's lots of kind of small things that can happen in there, little incremental shifts.
It just prompted some quite good conversations between the group and getting us to just think a little bit about our behaviours or the behaviours of our teammates and anything that could start to look like potentially risky things and how to go about identifying that.
It was really insightful. We had a few personal stories and kind of examples of relationships and how they can affect you in and outside of the game.
As a young athlete, you want to be the person that is a good person and that people know you for that, and getting all these messages in early is great, because as they move through their career, hopefully they'll have it in the back of their mind, okay, I need to be careful of this, I need to be mindful of this. Everyone's going to go through situations, everyone's going to make mistakes. If someone's in a situation, can we just put an arm around them and check on them first, and then if it's something that's behavioural or whatever it is, if the standards are dropping, how can we go about that in a good way and not kind of accept poor behaviour, but call it out in a way that's kind of suitable for the individual.
And everything that happens in and outside of the game can kind of affect your career and how you go forward as a player, so you've just got to be really careful that you're in the public eye and you've kind of got to take that with you.
One, we talked about addiction on phones and not being controlled by your phone rather than the other way around. Two, we talked about elite behaviours, so we're dealing with people in DMs when you're posting your Instagram posts or stories. And then finally, we talked about what we call the feedback loop on social media. It's really important that you use your social media as an outlet. There's some great commercial opportunities on there. If you're allowed to become a feedback loop, then you're going to be disappointed. 99% of the comments will be lovely. There'll be one that will be, a sexualised comment, a threat, someone just questioning you as a human being, as a cricket player. It's tough for them to deal with.
It's always good to come back and sort of speak to other guys similar to the position I was in last year. I was just sort of giving advice in all sorts of areas of what I've learned over the past few years, coming through the ranks, through academy, rookie and into the professional game, so they can understand what it'd be like for the next few years for them.
Yeah, it was great to hear someone that was in a similar position as us, who was only there a couple of years ago, and now look at where they are in their stage of their career. So it was nice to think that we could definitely be reaching towards the stars and going to where they are in their career. So it's nice to have someone of that sort of level being there as a role model.
I am really impressed again just by what's available. I think for me the most useful thing was just understanding the level and breadth of support that the PCA provides. There's actually loads of different services, some of which I didn't realise were available.
We know the contacts, we know who to get in contact with, we know what we need to do if anything does ever happen, and we're supported so much with it all.
I think quite a lot of youngsters don't understand how much support we get, so just being aware of that's amazing.
It was good to get an introduction into the different values and areas of the PCA and how helpful they are towards us.